Right guys, on today's video I'm gonna show you how to change the brake caliper on Kia Optima 2012 1.7 turbo diesel. So what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be changing the rear caliper on the right side back wheel, and we're gonna be using the brake caliper made by Paget. I bought this part from Euro Car Parts, and it was exactly 157 pounds, but they're doing a scheme, so if you return your old part back to them, you get 48 pounds back on OC from your payments. So the first thing what we need to do, guys, is literally take the back wheel off, also jack the car up, secure it. Probably I'm gonna be using the axle stands, so just to make sure we are safe. If you don't have an axle stands, guys, you can use whatever is available, brakes, blocks, just to secure the car. Make sure it doesn't move. Leave the handbrake on as well, guys. All right, so I'll be back with you in a second once the wheel is off, and I will explain you what is the next step. Right guys, as you can see, the wheel is off. Also, I have secured the car with the axle stands just to make sure we're safe. I still left the car on the jack, but as an extra precaution, I have an axle stand as well underneath, and also I put my wheel under the car as well, guys. Right, so again, a double precaution, let's say like that. Right, so again, remind you, we're going to be changing the rear caliper on the right side of the Kia Optima 2012. This model is having a manual handbrake, so it's not automatic handbrake, guys. Right, so it makes the job a little bit more easier. And also the handbrake is not connected to the caliper, so the handbrake is operated inside the brake disc, so you have shoes inside. So again, one thing less to worry about, guys. Right, so I'll let my handbrake on. So again, we're going to be using the Paget caliper. It's literally, guys, a copy, so it is coming with the new rubber seals, as you can see, and also we have obviously the connection right on the top for our the intake or brake pipe itself, which have the fluid inside. And on the side here you have your breathing valve, so we're going to be use the breathing valve to bleed the brakes once we're going to fit a new caliper on, guys. It's very simple to do it, guys. All you need to do, you have two bolts right on the back. I think they are 14 mil as far as I remember. We're going to have a look in a second, guys. So you need to undo these two bolts right on the back, and then you're going to be able to remove the caliper out of the way. Right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove the old caliper completely off, and I'm gonna fit the new caliper straight into the position, and only after that I will swap the brake line onto the new caliper. Once I'm gonna be, guys, ready, once the new caliper gonna be on, I'm gonna show you the next step, guys. Right, so again, I'm reminding you, take the bolts off. It's quite simple to do it, and take the caliper off, guys, from the position. All right, guys, like I said, it is 14 mil spanner I was using under the bolts, so they now loose, and I don't need to put any effort, so I'm gonna literally can remove it by hand. So there's the bolts right on the back of the caliper, so we're gonna undo them, and if we just wiggle it a little bit, we should be able to remove the caliper completely back or out of the way, guys. So the reason why I'm changing this caliper, because it does sort of have intermittent faults, so sometimes it is not completely releasing the brakes, also causing the disc overheating. So from the start I was thinking it might be a handbrake, which is not completely coming off. Obviously I thought maybe there is a fault on the cable on the back, guys. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's the cable which is operating your handbrake. But I did adjust it. I did took the disc off last week. I done a good clean, and obviously the fault still was there, guys. Right, so and that's when I made decision to change the caliper itself, guys. Again, reminding you, it is 2012 Kia Optima. I'm not sure how long this model been around. I think it's from 2011 or 2010 up to 2015. But guys, obviously, if you know about this car a little bit better, leave the comments, guys, regarding that. Right, so again, I'm probably not gonna even remove the brake pads. I think I'm just gonna go prepare my new caliper, and it should technically, if we have a look, slot straight in, guys. Right, I'm not even sure if there is a point to change the rubber seals, because I don't see any issues with them, so I might just reuse them and leave them, guys, where they are, and then just we'll see in a minute, guys. So just let me try to put this one back, and then we're gonna move to the next step. Well, guys, as you can see, the new caliper is in position. I already put the bolts in. It's nice and tight. So the next step will be, guys, is about removing the brake line. It's just over here, so you have the bolt here. So you will lose a little bit probably pressure on your brake system, so, or a little bit obviously the fluid. So after you guys do it, make sure, guys, you check just the levels to see that you have correct level. Right, so we're gonna remove this brake line, and as quick as possible, guys, we can. We're gonna touch the brake line just over here on the back, guys. Right, so straight in. Once it's gonna be secure, we're gonna undo the breathing valve, and we're gonna try to bleed the brakes. So just give me, guys, a second. I'm gonna prepare my spanners and gonna tune back in, guys, to show you how to remove it. Right, guys, so it is a 12mm spanner. So we're gonna undo top bolt. I'm just gonna put some cloth underneath to make sure I don't spill anything on the floor, guys. So just to observe the liquid. So again, I'm gonna undo it. This comes out quite easy by hand. So I'm gonna undo it, guys, and let you move it. Old caliper straight out of the way, and it should secure in here, guys, as you can see it. Right, but what we need to make sure, there is the seal. So these two seals should be either end. So I can't see where's the old seal. It looks like it's been, yes, so it's just here, as you can see it here, guys. Right, so what I'm gonna do, instead of putting the old seal, I'm gonna use the new seal, which was coming with the kit. Right, so I'm gonna place it into the position, guys. Literally is pretty straightforward. As you can see, it doesn't leak, just a small drop, so try to do it as quick as possible to swap it around, and you should be right, guys. Just give me a second. I'm gonna attach the pipe back to the position, and then we're gonna try to bleed the brakes. Right, guys, the brake line is connected back, so it's in position. So just remember, guys, there is two seals on the top of the brake line and right on the bottom. Right, so that's I think they are copper seals, or they look like a copper seal. So just remember, both of them have to go in, guys, to make sure the seal is nice and tight. Right, so the caliper is back in position. I have undone the obviously the breathing valve, and it is just a 11mm spanner, guys. I'm not gonna take all the way out, guys, obviously. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna start the car up probably, and I'm gonna try to pump the brakes a few times and see if it's gonna do the trick, guys. Right, so give me a second. I'm gonna be back with you in a minute, guys. Right. Right, guys, so see, I started the car up. I already bleed it slightly. As you can see, the oil is coming out on the top, so all the air is completely out, guys. All I need to do is just turn it up. Also, guys, put a little rubber on the top of the breathing valve to make sure there's no dirt, anything like that can get inside, guys. Right, so done it up, and what we're gonna do is afterwards we're just gonna test the brakes, guys, to make sure they are working correctly, let's say like that, right? And after, when we test it, obviously we're gonna put the wheel back on and job done. Okay guys, I have tested the brakes. They are working correctly. I can't see any leaks, so I checked everything around. I wiped it off, so it doesn't look like there is any leaks, guys. As you can see, we can spin the wheel or disc, and if we press the brakes please. And as you can see, the brakes nice and tight. Let it go. Let it go. And the brakes are working correctly, guys, right? So, and you can imagine, guys, it's literally, kid you not, it took me at maximum 20 minutes to do it, guys. The garage would charge you more money for the part, obviously. It would cost you probably the same, around £150 for the part, but they would never tell you, guys, that you could take your brake or old brake caliper back and get some money back. So probably they would do it themselves, and also they would charge for the labor. And these days the labor would cost probably around £80 an hour, guys, right? Why to ask somebody to do it if you can do it, guys, yourself, right? Easy as that, guys. All you need to do, take your wheel off, take the caliper off, swap it over, put a new caliper in, remove the brake line, connect the brake line to the new caliper, bleed the brakes, job done, guys. Test it. Also, guys, check your fluid levels as well, which I'm gonna check in a minute, because when we was bleeding the brakes, as you could see, slightly wet, which I will clean up in a minute with the spill kits. Obviously, guys, just to make sure there is no any leaks also, guys, and it's all properly connected, guys, right? So, and because when we was testing the brakes, obviously we lost a sufficient amount of brake fluid, well, probably just a little bit, but check your levels, guys, to make sure they are where they're supposed to be. So yeah, guys, let's check the fluid levels to make sure they are where they're supposed to be. Open your hood, and somewhere on the top of the engine, just here, guys, is your reservoir. Have a look inside. It's just up slightly, guys, right? It's somewhere in between now, maximum and minimum, right in between, guys. So I will top up slightly because I do have a brake fluid just here, guys. So I might top up slightly just in case, make sure it is where it's supposed to be. So like I said, guys, easy job. 20 minutes, half an hour, and you save a lot of money, guys. So if you do like this video, please put a like, and if you can, subscribe. That would be nice, guys. I will be putting more videos regarding the Kia. Next time what we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna film the video how to replace the rear and also the front brake pads. And also, guys, I'm gonna show you how to replace the brake discs as well, guys, in the future videos. Again, it's very easy to do it, and there is not a lot of effort, guys, right? Couple hours of your day, and you save a huge amount of money, guys. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hit the like and please subscribe. Thank you.